I've been looking at these frames for a long time, trying to understand why a story about a man burying an old knight feels more important than a story about dragons burning cities. For years we have been told that for fantasy to be great, it has to be grand. It needs thousands of extras, sprawling councils, and world-ending threats, monsters destroying cities, and the impending death of the entirety of the cast that you have grown fond about. But I think we were being lied to. The Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is a course correction to this trend. It is an experiment in sincerity. I want to look at why the show works, not because of its budget, but because of its constraints. I want to find the truth in the mud, the reason why Sir Duncan the Tall is a great character that represents all of us dreamers in a weird, goofy way. The power of the mundane. The big channels talk about the plot, but as a filmmaker, I'm drawn to the texture. There is a quietness here that we haven't seen in Westeros for a decade. In the later seasons of the main show, every scene had to move the chess pieces of a global war. It was all about politics, family, legacy, and betrayal. None of the old underdog Jon Snow arc that was so emotional in the start of Game of Thrones. And here, in this show, the stakes are whether or not Dunk has enough silver to buy a shield. This is what I call the power of the mundane, the ease to the eye of the grounded hero. When you strip away the spectacle, you're forced to rely on the sensory experience. You feel the weight of the armor. You see the reinforcement of the paint added to the shield. These small tactile moments build a gravitational pull of realism. We aren't watching a legend, we're watching a laborer. By focusing on the small scale, the world actually feels larger, because for the first time we see how the common man survives the whims of the great lords. We witness the point of view of the loser that wants to prove to himself and the world that he has potential. The knight who isn't. There is a deeper theme here about identity. It is heavily insinuated, almost confirmed, that Dunk is an imposter. He was never formally dubbed. He is a fraud by law. He possesses all the qualities of a great knight. He is destined to serve, he is brave, he wants to protect the innocent, and has a good heart. He has not been knighted and needs to prove himself, but in essence, he is a brave man. And this is the central irony the show explores. The most knightly person in the Seven Kingdoms is the one who isn't a knight on technicality. Contrast Dunk with Aerion Brightflame. Aerion has the title, the lineage, and the dragon on his chest. But he is a monster. He is cruel and doesn't care about the innocent. He is a selfish individual, and in essence, he is a coward. This is a deconstruction of the institution. It suggests that knighthood is a sham, a fancy title given to the cruel. To find a true hero, you have to go to the gutter rats of Flea Bottom. Dunk's strength doesn't come from a vow he made to a king. It comes from the people who loved him, like Rafe and Arland. It is a stolen valor that becomes a true honor through action. And here actions are proven to be more poignant than words. And in this show, all the actions drive our humble hero to progress on his journey through the narrative. The Architecture of Sincerity. The climax of the first season is a masterpiece of resource constraints. It isn't a cool fight. It is a harrowing, claustrophobic struggle. By staying in Dunk's perspective, the director Owen Harris makes us feel every bruise. The POV shot inside of the helmet is a bold move from a cinematography perspective, because it could be seen as to be video gamey and cheap, but it helps us delve into the character's pain much more, and it works perfectly. The big shift here is optimism. In a landscape of nihilism, where we are told everyone is bad and nothing is worth fighting for, Dunk getting up is a radical act. He is remembering who he is fighting for, the weaker and the underprivileged, like his friends or even himself. When Baelor Breakspear dies for Nobody Hedge Knight, it sends a seismic fracture through the narrative. It's a tragedy, but it's a tragedy born of hope. It's an idea that one good man is worth the life of a prince, because this prince believed in him and thought he deserved a fair chance against his corrupt and dark-hearted nephew. The epilogue, less is more. I'm starting to believe the small scale is the future of this medium. We don't need more epic blow. We need more lean 6-episode journeys that have the courage to be quiet, with characters that say more with less, that take us on a journey of discovering their soul. Dunk and Egg are a duo that outclasses the greats because they represent a simple truth. If you want a family, you have to make one. This show didn't win because it had the most money. It won because it had the most heart. Also, it had an extremely fresh take on comedy that I thought was lost in the latter part of Game of Thrones, and especially wasn't present in House of Dragons. If you haven't watched it yet, pay close attention to the start of the pilot episode. The intro to the new updated titles when the famous music chords start are incredible. You'll see what I mean, or maybe hear. Either way, thank me later. For anyone that has seen the series, what were your thoughts about some of the creative decisions in this series? I'm still experimenting with these ideas, but I think I've found what I was looking for. The truth isn't in the palaces, in the spectacular battles, or the epic locations. It is in the dirt. It is in the humble yet heartwarming relationship between a little boy and a wannabe knight that decides to teach him how to be a good squire without even finishing learning himself. This story also reminded me of the brilliant duo that Mandalorian and Grogu make, which I hope Disney don't ruin with their new up-and-coming film. So what do you think? Do we need more larger-than-life stories in the fantasy realm of Game of Thrones? Or are more personal and intimate stories like this one the way to go? Let me know in the comments below. I will answer all your thoughts. And if you like this video, please make sure to smash that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. That way you'll receive a notification every time I upload a new video about cinema, thinking and culture every Friday. And this is the free way you can help me to keep making these videos. And now you can go and watch this video here about the state of Disney animation movies and how the story is more important than the political intentions behind it. And that is a wrap for this one, but I'll see you on the next one.